Good morning, boys and girls. This is Ben Clardy coming at you from Port Charlotte, Florida. Welcome to the channel. This is Sailboat Story, and what we're getting into next is we're going to be taking this big honking Wellington 47 out on a sailing adventure. Now there's a lot of things that have to actually happen before we can take this boat out, and it's kind of it's a string of things that have to happen in the right order at the right time in order for this all to come together. For instance, the engine has to be put together on this boat in order for it to be splashed. It has to be splashed in order for it to get through the lock. It has to get through the lock in order for us to get past this shallow spot, and we need to be going over the shallow spot around December 18th to 20th, so that's in maybe 5 days or so, because that's when the full moon is. That's when we're going to have the most water to get over that shallow spot, and we got to do all that stuff to get this boat into Burnt Store Marina that is across Port Charlotte Harbor, so that my family, me, my wife, and my daughter can move onto this boat. And it's kind of an interesting situation going on with this boat. This is not our boat. This is actually owned by another cruising family who's not going to be using it for a few years. So we're kind of doing each other a favor here. So, you know, we're taking it out, we're going to be taking care of it, maintaining it, saving them the storage fees, all that stuff. And of course, my family gets to use it, you know, while we continue to shop for a boat of our own. This goofy bird up there on the top of the mast decides to start squawking right when I start recording, but yeah, anyways, that is the rundown of what we're getting into next. This is going to be a long week of busting out a bunch of work on this boat and getting it ready to go. The owners have to get all of their stuff off the boat, and of course there's some projects we have to accomplish between, you know, now and then. So it's going to be good. It's going to be interesting, and this is the beginnings of a brand new Sailboat Story adventure. Hey, the whole family is here now. Hey guys! Alright, Kristen, you feeling pretty good about sending us out on your pride and joy here?
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be alright.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's nice to meet you guys in person and finally get the opportunity to share with you.
Yeah, okay. I mean, how's it going to feel seeing Moon Dragon on our channel? I know you would really rather be out there sailing, you know, but...
That's true. It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to be just a tad jealous, but in a good way.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
all right. Yeah. Well, we really, really appreciate the opportunity.
Oh, we're so excited. We're excited to see where you guys go and what kind of fun you have.
Right, so the old girl needs a bottom job, and before we can paint, actually before we can sand, we have to knock off the rest of these barnacle bases. These little guys here, the big parts of the barnacles have been already knocked off with a scraper, but these little, I don't know what these are, it's like the glue that holds the barnacles on, and they are kind of tough to get off. So we got to go through and knock all these things off before we can sand, and then we will paint. Despite how it may appear, this is absolutely not the most fun boat job in the world. Barnacles, you little jerk. Hello. So I've done an incredibly bad job of filming so far on this this trip here, but the timeline has been so tight that I found it difficult to spend the time to pick up the phone, the camera, to explain what's been going on. I mean, really, so far we've just been focused on the bottom. getting all these barnacle glue dots off, and then there's some bits, some spots down here that you can see that we've been working on. There were some blisters that, you know, we figured we'd go ahead and tackle before we got her back in the water and put more paint on her. So that just added another, basically an entire day to what is already a really tight schedule. So anyways, just giving you a quick update. I'm going to be filming more stuff when we kind of get into, you know, I don't know, into some kind of a routine where we feel like we're kind of in control of the schedule, but right now things are just super tight. Okay, color done. You do great work.
Thank you.
Oh, oh yes.
Puts the paint on.
It puts the paint on the boat.
It's so much better than taking it off.
Yes, I concur 1000%. Ran into a strap. These are some cool little snaps. I like these.
They are, they won't let go.
Yeah, they are freaking on there once they snap in.
Yes. Can you believe the isinglass in this thing is from 2012?
Yeah.
I mean, or no, it's older than that.
Well, I was thinking, you said the company who made it is still in business here locally, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a testament to their good work.
They actually do stuff right. I had to have one zipper restitched in Key West. They charged me $100 to restitch like a whole window.
Oh, nice.
I was very happy to pay that.
Yeah.
Like this, yes please.
All right, so it is currently Saturday, I think. Been here since Monday. We've got the bimini up here, the enclosure. That's all looking good. The bottom is painted, filled a bunch of holes where there were blisters. It's just been a lot of work going on. Let me show you what Matt's up to down here. Matt's kind of in the engine room here, working on things. He was replacing
black gold there.
Yeah, look at all of this. That is a huge pile of impeller bits. Now, an impeller did shred in there, but there's suspicion that this is probably from more than one impeller that was all up in the plumbing of this this generator.
It's caught in the cap.
Man, that is crazy. So it was all in the cap? It wasn't any deeper than that?
I will find out shortly.
Yeah.
Investigation is ongoing. So.
Okay, back in the engine room. So you remember me showing you all the bits of impeller here that have been pulled off of this generator's cooling intake. The problem is this back here, if you can see it, that's the heat exchanger, but we want to get that core out of it so we can clean it out and be sure there's not any other little bits in there. Unfortunately, there's not enough room between here and there to slide it out and pull the heat exchanger out. So we are going to make room by actually there we go. All right. Oh, you took it out from in there? I was waiting on the pipe to go whoop through the hole.
Yeah, no, I did the Z move in there.
I was waiting on this side, and there it is.
There's still two of them in there.
Yeah. Oh, you think that's impeller pieces right there?
Oh, definitely.
Let's
see if anything made it all the way through. We can hold it up to light.
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can get that shot. Oh yeah, look at that. That's kind of cool. Need to clean that thing out somehow.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
So what's up with Aubrey down there? The Ketch?
The one for sale?
Yeah.
You want to put 100,000 for it?
All right, this is the best shot I can get of the reinstallation, so just trust me. It's going back in.
Yep.
All right, the continuation of the most disjointed video in sailboat story history continues. It's just been a whirlwind getting this boat ready to go. It is currently Sunday. It is, tomorrow will be 1 week of me being here working on the boat with Matt. And today is finally the day where we accomplished the thing that we actually hoped to accomplish like the first or second day we were here, which is reinstalling the engine manifold. this guy right here and the exhaust elbow. Let me show you why those are off in the first place. So just as Matt and his family were wrapping up their trip and they were motoring basically towards the marina, the engine elbow basically popped off. It corroded off, it rusted from the inside out, and it was pumping just like, I don't even know, like hundreds of gallons of water into the engine room, steaming everything up like crazy. But they were so close to the dock that they just, you know, just kind of kept it running. So anyways, there was an exhaust elbow problem, and this guy here has been rebuilt. This is the exhaust elbow where it bolts onto the engine. This is the output where it connects to the exhaust hose. So this bit here has been rebuilt, and whenever they removed this section here from the engine, they also discovered that there was a flaw in the manifold itself. Okay, so here's the exhaust manifold, and this area here is where the exhaust elbow bolts onto it. Now, if you pay attention to this section right here, and actually, by the way, this thing right now is actually rotated 90 degrees this way. So this is actually the top. So imagine it turned that way. I just can't really sit it up that way on this bench, and this sucker weighs like 70 pounds. But if you see that area right there, that is basically kind of a different color, it's kind of that gold color, that area right there had to be brazed because there was a crack right there that went all the way through. And if you look close, you can see how thin that metal was before they brazed it. Yeah, see that? It's like it was only maybe a third of the thickness that it should have been. And that's just from, you know, corrosion and heat and, you know, just that really, you know, harsh environment inside these exhaust channels, just kind of eroding that away over the years. So anyways, this thing has been rebuilt, brazed, resurfaced, and now it's ready to go back onto the engine finally. So that is what we hope to accomplish today, or at least one of the many things that we hope to accomplish today. Oh, he loves it. Even though it tortures him and makes him so angry sometimes, he loves it. Doing anything.
All right. Well, that's.
Is there a breaker?
No. Hold on just a second.
Okay.
I've got to turn the battery switch on. It's off.
Oh, okay.
Now we
right.
should have a difference of opinion, or a different now.
All right, here we go. All right, ready?
Yep.
There we go. Alright, so we tried starting the engine, and as you can probably tell from Matt's expression and the tool of the tray of tools there in front of him, you can probably tell how that went. So it's looking as though we may have a starter issue. At this point, I think we're hoping that we have a starter issue. Some guys in the yard think they have a spare starter that we're going to pop on there and try out to at least determine if that is the issue, so trying to make it work. Whoop. I think they're here now. Possibly broken, possibly good. We're about to find out. That's looking pretty identical to me. Okay, all right, status update. I don't know if you can see me. So we tried putting in that other starter. It did not work. Now there's some suspicion if the engine may actually be seized, or it still may be something as simple as like a bad ground or something like that. So we're getting some advice from another guy who is a genuine diesel mechanic. So hopefully he's going to point us in the right direction. But yeah, that's how it works with boats. Things are going okay for these guys though. Looks like they're headed for the water. All right, so just had the starter bench tested at a shop here. Starter works fine, and both starters that we put on the engine are doing exactly the same thing, which is not a whole lot, but it does click. You can tell it's trying to turn, but it's just not turning. So, not sure what the problem is, but doesn't seem to be the starter.
Try it again.
Huh?
Try bumping it again.
Okay. Are you hearing it click or anything?
Yeah, it's clicking.
Okay. I'm scared to tap it too many times. So it doesn't seem like it's turning over?
No.
Okay.
Give her a little bump.
That was 3.
Yeah. I'd say there's nothing wrong with my starter.
Okay.
I'd say there's nothing wrong with the starter.
Yeah, so there's your
So the engine
there's your confirmation at least.
engine has locked, seized.
Hey, parting thoughts?
It's definitely a stumbling block, but it's not the end.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, they always say the things that trouble you the most will be your strength in the end.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But check out that bottom job.
That's right. Ain't you pretty? Ain't you pretty?
Oh man, it's all right, dude.
Oh yeah, and it's just be, you know, like I say, it'll be what it'll be. I'm gonna do my research tonight and figure out what the next steps are. I've rebuilt engines before, and this will be no different.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just not how I wanted today to go. This has not been a fun week. Ben's great.
Well, I don't know.
This has not been a fun week.
Parts of it have been okay.
Oh, Tambi, forgive him. He had no idea, and he worked until he was broken here.
Oh, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not tell him to say that.
Video proof.
Video proof. All right, dude. All right. Just grabbed a quick shower. I think I'm just gonna head home, do some night driving. I'm about to break the news to Tambi. Not real sure how this is gonna go. Kind of dreading it, but it must be done. Hey, Molly.
Hi, Daddy.
You doing good?
Yes.
Is Mommy around there?
Yes.
Can I talk to her?
Yeah. Yes, yes. Love you, Daddy.
Love you too.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Hello.
Hey, baby.
Hi.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. I've got some bad news for you, unfortunately.
Okay.
We found out today that the engine in this boat is seized.
Which means.
The cylinders are basically stuck to the pistons from where they had water get into it. Basically, the engine is going to have to probably be removed from the boat and worked on and all that stuff. So it's looking like we're probably not going to be able to use this boat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, we've been trying to get this going all day. And then there was a diesel mechanic here in the yard, and we had him come over to the boat and talk to us, and we told him the story of what happened to the boat, like how the exhaust elbow came off and the engine room got all steamy and full of water. And he said, yeah, he said it's probably seized, because we tried turning over the motor by hand and like told him how long the wrench was and like how much leverage we had trying to turn it over, and he said it's definitely seized. Alright, so I'm in the car, headed back home. I'm not sure if I'm going to drive all the way back tonight or not, but I'm suffering from this strange mix of emotions right now, so I don't think I'm going to be sleeping anytime soon, so I figured I'd drive. But I wanted to record this little clip just because, like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of sappy, but like for the first time in a long time, I have the urge to cry. Like, I feel like it would just feel so good to just like cry right now. But it's like, it's not for me or Tambi and Molly. It's actually for Matt and his family. Like, those guys, you know, they were so giving and generous with just the thought to even offer their boat to us. And for it to not work out, and for the engine to be seized and all this stuff, I mean, it's just such a bummer. They put so much effort into making this work. Matt and Kristen and Eric, I mean, the whole family came down here from Missouri, 19-hour drive to try to get this boat ready to go so that we can get out there and enjoy it. And yeah, I know it's kind of this mutually beneficial thing, but man, they put, gosh, I don't know. It's just so frustrating how it shook down in the end with the engine. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of record that thought. And yeah, special message to Matt, Kristen, and Eric. Gosh, you know, thank you guys so much for, you know, the generosity and the thought to try to put this together for us. You know, no hard feelings at all. I mean, I know you kind of feel like you're letting us down, and dude, I mean, Matt, do not feel that way. Thank you very, very much, you know, for the offer and the generosity. So I just wanted to be sure that that was said and communicated in a meaningful way. All right, I'm going to wrap this up and focus on getting home in one piece.